In this world, is the destiny of mankind controlled by some transcendental entity or law? Is it like the hand of God hovering above? At least it is true that man has no control, even over his own will.
So, the Black Swordsman arc is weird, because the first two volumes of Berserk, like Volume 1 and Volume 2, when you buy it off the store shelf, like the two book, like you know how manga is, where it's like a paperback book. Berserk 1 and Berserk 2, that's the Black Swordsman arc. And then it flashes back and goes into the Golden Age arc and tells that whole story, which is Volume 3 through Volume 14. So 11 volumes, 102 chapters of manga is the Golden Age arc. And then once that's all finished, everything we've just seen is concluded, then it kind of resumes the Black Swordsman arc right where we left off. But, like, so the Black Swordsman arc is kind of cut in half by the Golden Age, which is weird. And then, like, the Black Swordsman arc, and then, like, Volume 14 kind of goes into a weird place, because technically it's chronologized as part of the Conviction arc, but I still consider the Lost Child arc, which is the whole fight with the moth chick, and everything up until the dream about the pillar on fire. When you hit the dream that everyone on Earth has about the White Hawk and the pillar on fire, that to me is the start of the Conviction arc, and everything before that is like the Black Swordsman arc part 2. So it's a little weird. So, like, I assume the game here is going to go into Volume 1, Page 1 of Berserk now. Like, it's doing it chronologically. Which means we're pretty soon going to get introduced to Puck, which is exciting. And it's also exciting because the Black Swordsman arc has never been properly adapted into animation. And I stand by that. We don't talk about Berserk 2016. It has never properly been adapted into animation. The 1997 anime, Episode 1 is kind of the Black Swordsman arc, and then it flashes back, and then 24 episodes of the Golden Age. And then it just kind of ends in the middle of the worst thing ever happening. And then we had the Golden Age movie. So we've never properly seen the Black Swordsman arc adapted to animation. So when you think about it, this game is the first time we're really going to see the Black Swordsman arc adapted outside of its comic origins in the manga. Aside from that first episode of the 97 anime, but even then, that's a kind of a wishy-washy one because we didn't have Puck. So I'm pretty excited to see how they go about this. And like I've said, the Black Swordsman arc is my favorite arc. And it has the most fanfiction potential, because it's literally just Guts and Puck bopping around fucking with apostles. And again, it's probably the most famous version of Guts. If you've ever seen any picture of Guts, it's been Guts the Black Swordsman. Also, it's a little weird because, like I said, in the first 2 volumes, which are the Black Swordsman arc, Guts is written very differently. Like, he kind of changed his mind about who Guts is as a character. So, like, when we come back, and it's the Lost Child arc and the Conviction arc, he's still an asshole, but all of his development from the Golden Age is now taken into account, which it hadn't, like, none of that was written before in the first 2 volumes. So this is cool. Remember how I said the the prosthetic arm was awesome? It has a fucking cannon and a goddamn repeating crossbow in there. And that's the great part about Guts, is he, like, hardly... his sword is kind of a last resort for him. He never just bops out the gate with the sword. Oh, it's forcing me to use it? That's weird. He, like, has the knives, which he uses, because, unlike in the game, you throw a knife at someone's face, it'll fucking kill him. And he'll use his repeating crossbow. And he will use that repeating crossbow, like, it's so weak in this game, it's basically pointless. Why even bother? But he will just whip out the repeating crossbow and just kill all of the cannon fodder in the room. Like, the repeating crossbow is usually enough to take down all but actual apostles. In which case, that, like, he only pulls out the fucking Dragon Slayer when it's time to fucking throw down in Brownie Town. Because the fucking Dragon Slayer. And again, look at how great this is. It started out with some thugs. Some thugs showed up and were like, we're gonna rob you. And he's like, okay. Whatever. Like, he barely even gives them the time of day, because that's what the Black Swordsman arc is all about. Now we got some real different movesets here. Look at this. This is a measured difference compared to the moveset we had during the Golden Age. Because that's how it is from the Black Swordsman arc there on. He barely even gives human opponents the time of day. They are like, they're ants before him. He is a seasoned fucking apostle slayer by this point. It's just a meaningless slab of metal. None but Guts could possibly lift this up. I really hope/wish they would have the scene that happens at, oh yeah. That happens, in, like, Volume 14, where it finishes the Golden Age and reintroduces the Black Swordsman. Where he saves the little girl, and it has the line, like, it could not even be called a sword. That is my favorite goddamn line. It could not even be called a sword. Too rough, too huge. It was just a fucking massive slab of metal. That's the best. I fucking love that shit. His fucking buster-ass sword. Oh, and of course, Guts is missing his eye, because he's too cool for eye patches. Eye patches are for losers. Guts bops around just with his eye closed like a badass. You don't give a shit. That's actually pretty funny, because in a prototype Berserk, which is like the single chapter or so that Mora wrote, that was like, it was basically the pilot for what Berserk would become. Guts did wear a fucking eye patch, but then, like, over the course of that chapter, he gets rid of it and, like, gives it to another character. So then from then on, Guts just has his eye closed all the time, and it's fucking so metal. Wow, look at this. What a difference an extra level of frenzy makes. Like, one extra level of Frenzy and I'm moving so much faster. And doing way more damage, too. So as you can see, the moveset is different. I don't know if you can tell, but definitely is like, again, we have this move, which doesn't have him lifting the sword up and slamming him down anymore. This is still an AoE, but bam! That extra whirlwind is new. This is still relatively the same. But the shot, like the splash damage is much higher. And even his regular just square swings have a different move, like animation to them if you compare and contrast. And this one too, like it does this. Well, to be fair, we hadn't really gotten a chance to compare because we just got this after finishing the Eclipse. But all his moves kind of have this extra little whirlwind flair to them now, which are pretty kick-ass. He's also got the mark of sacrifice on his neck now, and whenever, like, evil spirits are nearby, it starts to bleed, and it's like his spider sense, like, ah, shit. And whenever, like, there's like a dude who looks human but is clearly an apostle, his mark will bleed, and he'll be like, oh, that's an apostle. Apostles, of course, being dudes like Zod and Wild, who look human but made a deal with the God Hand and became demons. And like what we saw at the Eclipse is like the most extreme version of it. Like Griffith's Beylet is like the Beylet of Beylets. It's the Egg of Kings, the Crimson Beylet. But there are just Beylets all over the place. Not really all over the place, but like there's Beylets around, and other characters, other people in this world have gotten their hands on a Beylet. And like it's kind of ambiguous to how you activate it. It's sort of implied to be like it will end up in the hands of the person who needs it most at that point in time. Like, there's a lot of fate and destiny, obviously, overtones. Like, that little opening I keep putting at the beginning of every episode. It could be said that man has no control over his fate, or even his own will. The Beylet ends up in the hands of the person that it belongs to when they need it, and in their most desperate hour, it will activate. And they'll make a deal with the God Hand. Those four guys, Void, Slan, Ugu, Unfu, the two monk dudes, and they'll sacrifice that which they hold dear and become an apostle. So that's what Zod is. That's what Wild is. They're humans who found a Beylet, who made a deal with the God Hand. Let's see here. Training, which is just the Band of the Hawk without the feather. See, now it's a black button. And then compare and contrast to the Black Swordsman. Yeah. Anyway. So, at this point it's kind of nebulous, but Guts is basically looking for apostles to fuck with. Because he's like, fuck you! I gotta find Griffith! All he cares about, like, it's kind of a typical revenge story. He's like, I'm gonna fucking kill that motherfucking Griffith. And how can I do that? Well, the only way Griffith shows up is with the rest of the God Hand when someone activates their Bailet, so I gotta find a Bailet. That's kind of his goal at this point. And again, they don't say in the game, but Casca had to stay behind with Ricker and Godo and them, because she has the brand of sacrifice too, so the evil spirits are attracted to her also, but the, like, cave that they were in was made by the elves, so it has some kind of spiritual protection. So as long as Casca's in there, she's fine. But, like, at this, like, he kind of wants to go and kill Griffith and kind of knows how to do that, but also he doesn't really have any kind of goal. He's just going around killing apostles because he is Guts. His blade is his soul, and all he has in his life is war. It's just another war. Here we go! We're not gonna have animated cutscenes anymore from here on out. The Golden Age is over. It's all in game. Yeah, Puck! It's Puck! I love you, bro! I love you, buddy!
なんだお前。あ？見かけねえ顔だな。俺たちになんか用あんのか？
こいつら悪いやつなんだ。そのでっかい剣でやっつけちゃってよ。
な、このチビ！てめえこいつの仲間か？いや。
No? Guts is such an asshole.
そんなこと言わないで助けてよ。
大層の獲物持ってんじゃねえか。
Like, in the Black Swordsman arc, Guts is at his most douchebaggy. It's fucking great. What is this, a level? I'm kind of bummed. I kind of wanted a little cuts. Like, come on, you had the Golden Age movies to fall back on. Now's the point where you gotta have some original fucking animation. Whatever, just look up the very, very first episode of Berserk 97, and that bar scene at the beginning where Guts comes in and just fucking kills some dudes. Add Puck, and that's how he meets Puck. That's this scene. Yeah, Puck! Yeah! Puck! Puck's the best! Puck's my favorite character. He's the best character in Berserk. I fucking love Puck. Aw, Puck, you're the best! I love it! Should I call it a slab? It could not even be called a sword! So that's how they meet, like, Puck's like being, well, in the comic, he's not in a cage, that he's like tied up with string and they're like throwing knives at him and shit. You know how Preds are, being douchebags to keep mice. and Guts comes in and just starts killing them because he's an asshole. And doesn't even, like, pay mind to Puck. Puck's just there. Like, he totally doesn't even pay attention to him. You're too noisy, leave me alone. Fuck you, Puck. I hate you. Get away from me. Like, to be fair, I'm pretty sure if he had wrote the initial meeting with Puck after writing the Golden Age, because that initial meeting and the introduction of Puck and them, all that, was written before the Golden Age was conceived. So the way Guts is characterized during that is kind of different, but it's still kind of appropriate. Guts is still kind of an asshole. I mean, he's definitely been through enough shit where he's like, I ain't gonna put up with your pixie dust bullshit. Oh, by the way, Puck here, as you might say, hey look, it's a tiny blue fairy following around our hero with a sword. Where have you seen that before? Oh, this is derivative of Zelda Ocarina of Time. No. Zelda Ocarina of Time totally fucking stole this. This idea, the concept of a fairy companion following around the swordsman hero. I'm making that fucking accusation. Totally ripped from Puck and Berserk. Anyway, Puck's great because he's the comic relief, and Jesus Christ, do you need some goddamn levity when dealing with the dark-ass shit that happens in Berserk. When you're dealing with the, like, fucking 12 rapes a chapter that happens in Berserk, you need a cute little elf bopping around going, making goofy faces. Being adorable all over the place. That's what you need. So that's why Puck's the best. Build up that frenzy meter. Puck also has a practical purpose because I talked about it, I referenced it, but the healing items... Yeah, it's unfortunate, like, I get why... Oh my god, that's so ridiculous. I get why, but the sub-weapons in this game are fucking super weak. They're practically not worth bothering with. Whereas in the comic, whenever Guts uses the crossbow, like, boom, dead. Like, I mean, come on, it's a crossbow. It kills people. Like that. Whereas in the game, it's practically worthless to use anything besides the cannon. Which is unfortunate. I know, like, it's a game, so of course. But that's still a little bit of a bummer. I mean, unless he's fighting an apostle, Guts basically never even needs to use his sword. I mean, these are mere men. Of course, throwing a couple of knives at a dude or shooting him with a crossbow is going to be enough. Anyway, a lot of weird fucking stuff happens in that first chapter. That first 2 volumes of Berserk. And again, you could almost skip them over, except the meeting with Puck is still canon. Like, read the first chapter so you see how they met. Maybe like the first 2 chapters, and then you can basically skip to volume 3 when the Golden Age starts. That's one of the things that I wanted to talk about when I was thinking of this as a one-off before this kind of got... So, again... Oh, wait. When I was thinking of this as a one-off, I was going to conclude the one-off by talking about, like, here's how you get into Berserk if you're interested. Because it's gotten confusing. Of course, I say, like, the correct way to get into Berserk, just start reading the manga. Just pick up volume 1 and start reading from the beginning. But Berserk is fucking long, and, like, the comics don't have great pacing to them. They genuinely don't. It gets a little, just skip a couple of pages there because Jesus Christ. And again, like, the first 2... Cheese and crackers. The first 2 volumes kind of... are kind of weird because you can kind of skip them. So I get, like, any confusion you might have, but I would say genuinely just start reading volume 1. Shut up, Puck! I don't care about people. I'm on my revenge quest. I've never given a shit. He says as I save them, because I want my Bailet. Plus, I'm having fun. This game is so fucking fun. I'm genuinely just enjoying playing it. But if that's a little too daunting for you, and I get it because it's long, it's like 300 fucking chapters. It's like, actually, I think we're up to 350. I think the comics are up to chapter 350 by this point. It's a little fucked. I get it. So there's also the 1997 anime, which, aside from cutting a few things, like it cuts the Skull Knight and it cuts Wire, and it doesn't have an ending, which is a little fucked up. But if you want the golden age, that's what the 97 anime is. Also here, I'm trying to kill this guy real quick. There we go. There, that's normally what happens when he uses the knife. Look here, this healing item is a little pile of fairy dust. This is what... Damn it, it disappeared. Oh wait. This is what Puck uses. Puck is an elf, and the, like, pixie dust from an elf has healing properties. So whenever Guts is, like, kind of fucked up, he'll just grab Puck and shake some fucking pixie dust on his wounds to heal him up. It's pretty fucking funny. Like, the only reason he kind of keeps Puck around is, like, there are actually a couple panels where he literally says, like, Puck needs help, and Guts is like, I don't care. But then he's like, I could use some fairy dust. Like, literally in that inflection, like, he doesn't give a shit about Puck. He's just like, I could use some healing. I'll go help, I guess. It's pretty funny. Oops. So if you want the Golden Age, because that's the longest fucking storyline, I think the Falcon of the Millennium Hawk is longer, but the Falcon of the Millennium Hawk is also weird in that there's things that are counted as part of the Falcon of the Millennium Hawk arc that I don't think should be counted as part of that arc. But anyway, you don't know what that is. I would recommend the 1997 anime as, like, your first... If you want to dive into Berserk, I would recommend the 1997 anime. Because, I mean, honestly, that's where a lot of people in the West got their start with Berserk. Because they didn't start bringing the comics over until, like, 2005 or something like that. Like, way late. We didn't start getting the fucking comics until way deep. It's kind of bullshit. Cheese and crackers. Are you seeing this shit? Utterly ridiculous. What is happening on the screen right now? Christ almighty. Like, if you were just, hi, I'm Joe, English speaker, who lives in the United States, and I can't read Berserk because I don't live in Japan and can't speak Japanese. The 1997 anime is what you had. Like, you saw on the shelf, oh, it's an anime I can watch in the 90s. And that was Berserk. And we didn't know anything else about what it was. You just watched that, and that was Berserk to you. So if you want the most, like, authentic experience, you can have the experience everyone else had when they first discovered what Berserk was in the 90s in the English-speaking world. You watched that anime, and then you were like, what the fuck? Like, what is that ending? Are you... You're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, that is the experience people had. I would not recommend the Golden Age movies, but, I mean, if you want the Golden Age, they're shorter. I mean, the anime is fucking, like, 25 episodes long. 30 minutes an episode. that's a lot of time. So I understand that. The movies are just 3 2-hour movies. Not as much of a time investment. I think they look like shit and they cut way too much shit out. And they do the story not as good. Like, compare what we just saw earlier with the Eclipse as depicted in the Golden Age movies. I think that 97 anime does, like, it's 2 whole episodes that are dedicated to the Eclipse. And those are way more effective, way more like, terrifying. And a much better adaptation of how they were presented in the comics. They also cut some things out, but...
我ら人を付け狙う黒い剣士というのは何のつもりか知らんが人間風情が我らに立てつこうとは肩払いたいわ
So homeboy here
あれは人間じゃない
This is basically what happens in the fucking first episode of the 97 anime. Where Guts goes into this town and the castle lord is an apostle who's a snakeman. And he just fucks with that snakeman. Okay, I'm gonna have to adapt my tactics here. Because apostles are not things you can just... I gotta learn how to... Can't block, stun locked, completely stun locked. I gotta learn how to block. I'm sure blocking would be more effective. Because otherwise, this is just not working for me. Let me see if blocking would actually help. Yeah, way better. Gotta learn how to block here. Oh, it breaks my guard, though. So this is kind of like dual adapting Chapter 1. God, this is bullshit. You get stun locked into this. And nothing, and he just no-sells everything you do. You can't really... Well, whatever. I mean, he's an apostle. What do you want, right? Maybe you gotta, like... trying to anticipate his movements and get behind him. That's probably it. Like, if you get hit once, you're fucked. So you gotta make sure you don't get hit once. Wow, just doing no damage whatsoever. I mean, to be fair, fighting your average apostle is genuinely this tough. Like, even the most weak-ass apostle is a little bit of a toughie situation to deal with. Like, Guts does get fucking knocked around this much when fighting a boss. Oh, what a dick, doing that right as I activated mine. Like that, got him. Yeah, now we can't do nothing, bitch. Although he's not this big. He's just a human guy. Like a human-sized dude who's a snake. Although this might be more appropriate considering like what apostles are otherwise shown as being most of the time. So if you got the time, I would recommend the 97 anime as your like first dive into Berserk. If you don't got time, I guess the Golden Age movies aren't bad. I don't like them. but whatever. They cut out way too much. It's like, why even... God damn, this guy's annoying! I feel like I'm fighting a Dark Souls 2 enemy. He just, like, fucking turns on a dime overhead. No-sells everything you do. And every hit he does to you, like, fucking stun locks you. Not exactly pulling from their skills they learned with fucking Monster Hunter warriors, are they? But I mean, personally, your best way to get into Berserk is just fucking read it. Just bite the bullet and fucking read it. Stop being a pussy. Just read Berserk. It's good. It's so fucking good. Plus, you get to watch the art style evolve, because, like, even at first, even from the word go, it's pretty great fucking art. But it just gets better and better and better as the years go by. You really see this art style develop. Yeah, they're kinda... Oh, title drop. Yeah! It was much too big to be called a sword. Yeah! I love it. This game's great. I fucking love this game. I guess this game's also a good place to get your start with Berserk. Holy shit. So yeah, I would say just read it. It's good. It's good. Or play this. This game's great. This is so much fun. I'm having so much fun with this shit. Now you know who the guy on the loading screen is.